I was in my mind. You say you and I weren't meant to be and just wasting our time. Yeah, well, 15. 15. Please. There we go. Thought I did that. Okay. There we go. There we go. The channel. Beautiful. I love it when people call me beautiful. People that mean it. That people are just saying it because they think it'll make me happy. Well, that too, but I don't know. Okay. No, I don't want this offer. Okay, here we be. I need to play the camera up maybe a little bit. Um, today. Is it gonna go? Come on, go. How long is it taking to catch up? Alright. Whoops. Too much. Today is the 15th. May 15th. I don't know. I always get March and May confused because my mom and my son's birthdays. My mom's in March, my son's in May. Anyway, which tomorrow, tomorrow my son turns 23 at 7:06 p.m. Yes, sir. Okay, let me see. Okay, there we go. You can see what's going on, I think. No. There we go. Okay. Anyway, so after Mother's Day, I went and spent the day at the beach yesterday. It was fun. I had a good time. I wish I could get better video of my dancing, but it's right now we are where we are. So, and wish I need to quit using that word. Well, I don't know. How about a moving toward my music this morning? I'm like, what's happening? This is not what I want. I know. Well, here we go. Let's be wonderful. Everything is wonderful. Wonderful. It's all wonderful. So a few things have happened. I don't know if I've talked about any of this. I went to work. Hold on. I'm sorry, Walter. Let me find something. Anyway, I went to work on Saturday, and so I'm working on recovery, right? And trying to understand if the feelings that I feel are real or if it's just shit in my head that's been placed there, right? Like these people probably aren't really saying bad things about you. You're just insecure type thing, right? And so at my job, I've been feeling for some time that they're bad mouthing me, and that's it, bad mouthing me. They're not just talking about me, but they're bad mouthing me, right? And you can you can feel that when you walk in a room. I don't think I'm special. I think everyone can feel that when they walk in a room. I think you just need to be conscious of what you're feeling, right? So the other day, and I don't know if I talked about this yet, but I'm going to talk about it. The other day, and I'm hoping my music's not too loud. So the other day I get to work and I had on a dress and the back of it's kind of comes right down here, and then I had a crisscross black bra on, and I didn't really think about what I was wearing. Like I got dressed and went to work, and I didn't notice it till like somebody said to me, "Oh, nice dress." And I was like, oh, thank you. But the way she said it wasn't nice, right? It wasn't nice. The look on her face was not nice. So, so I knew. I'm like, they're talking about me. I know they are. I know they're bad mouthing me. I know they are. So, and at that point, I'd forgotten that the dress was low in the back. I didn't even remember that until a couple hours later when I looked in the mirror and I was like, oh shit, that's right. Because my neck felt warm and I was looking for sunburn. But anyway, besides the point. So, so I give them time back because on Saturdays they go back into the break room and they talk. So I gave them some time back there because I knew. And so then I kind of wandered on back there and I wasn't quiet. I went back loud enough that they could hear me. Well, as soon as I get back to where the break room is, one of the women comes walking out. And her I trust completely. I might have told this. If I told this again, whatever, I'm going to tell it again anyway. It doesn't matter to me if I told it before. So I'm working through it. Anyway. So, well, yeah, because it was a whole day. It wasn't just this. So anyway, so I cornered her in the bathroom, kind of. Well, we're each in our stall, so I wasn't looking her in the eye. But we were both going to the bathroom, and I said, so I want you to know that I know that they talk about me in front of you, and I want you to know that I know this. I'm aware of this. And she goes, it was silence for a minute. She goes, now, how do you know? And I said, because I feel it when I walk into a room. I can tell, and there was silence again, and she started to say something, and I said, no. I said, you tell me I'm wrong. You tell me I'm wrong. And she was like, well, whatever they say about you, I love you. And I was like, okay, that's all I needed. Because I want to know it's not my imagination, right? I want to know I'm not crazy, that these people really are being venomous towards me. Because they are. Once you go into, and the thing is someone that's been there the longest time is telling a new person on that particular day things about me, right? So she's doing that. She's doing it to everybody, right? And so when that happens, that causes other people to think that they have it gives them license to treat me badly, right? It just does, especially because she's a figure of authority. It gives them license to treat me badly, and they do. So I'm like, whatever, I'm gonna blow it off. But there was a couple times it did get to me, and my littles came out. Elm and Charlie came out a couple times, like, and I'm like, honey, pull it in, because I was pissed. I'm like, I did nothing to you. I have done nothing to them. Nothing. Like, I'm nice. I go to work. I'm kind. I do my job. I work as hard as I can. And then I feel the venom and I lose it because I can't. Like, I'm making $13 fucking an hour to be treated that way. I'm barely scraping by. I work 50 hours a week. I work in another job and so this is where it all kind of stems together. And I'm documenting this because maybe I'm nuts, but if something happens to me, I don't know, man, it's fucking crazy. So anyway, I'm in this town. I've got a bright yellow car, and people don't like me. So anyway, so I've talked a little about, and I've got a videotape of me where I'm dancing on this log. I'm learning balance on, and it's a telephone pole, and there's a parking area. I've got a video of it, but I was talking angry, so I don't know if I want to upload it. But anyway, so there's a parking area, and then there's a gym, and the gym is called Let's Make Our State. Come on, let's go there. Let's find it. Can I believe it? Today is Mother's Day. I am heading to the ocean right now. I set my camera up backwards. That's what I did. It's all black. They wanted to stop because this athletic club right here. So it's called this athletic club. The person that owns that athletic club is harassing me. So I guess it's just called the athletic club. So what it is, anyway, so it's a big old parking, like, empty area. There's a field, and it's like gravel, and it's empty. And people that go to the gym drive through it to park at the gym, right? Which is the athletic club. So And that's what it's called. It's called the Athletic Club in Coos Bay, Oregon. And there's within vision of their parking, you can see me standing on a telephone pole. Well, it's and it moves, right? So I'm practicing my balance, right? I'm practicing my core. I'm like moving it, making it a stop type thing because I'm getting stronger because I am boogie boarding out in the ocean in like a year and a half, right? So I'm trying to get stronger with these things. I need to get out in the water more. But anyway, so I've been going over there, and then this guy came up to me when I was going there, and he goes, "Oh, I call you the pole dancer." I think that's what he said, or the pole lady, or whatever it was. I'm sure people take negative and put it somewhere where it shouldn't fucking be because it's a pole dancer, right? Which it didn't even like. I don't even like. I live that life. That's not who I am. I'm a 58, 59-year-old woman who is trying to stay healthy, trying to learn balance and stay balanced so that I don't fall and hurt myself because I'm super active and I have to work a lot, right? So I'm trying to take care of myself. I'm not anyway. So as soon as this guy says to me that he's like, "Oh yeah, we were watching you," then I'm like, "Fuck." So I didn't go back for a while because I didn't like. Okay, watch me, but I don't want. I don't know. Don't come up to me and be like, "Oh yeah, I live in that RV right over there." You know, I don't. I don't care, right? So anyway, I mean, it's like okay, whatever. Anyway, so I kind of went a couple times after that. I didn't go a lot. I kind of quit going. Plus, I was dating Mark, and it felt weird. I don't know. Well, then, as soon as I quit seeing Mark, I went over there. The first day, like, I took 5 days off from work after that because his dog bit me and my arms hurt and I hurt my hip and I just needed time to decompress, right? And his dog was a big mastiff and I still have a bruise almost 2 weeks later. It's a light bruise, and she only did one puncture, which was good. But, she bruised my arm. She kind of pulled me and there was more than just, so anyway, I took some time off work and I think this person that is feminist or who was expecting it, I'm devastated. I'm like, whatever, it wasn't right. I knew it wasn't right. I wanted to make it right. I wanted to make it work with this guy, but it wasn't right. I'm cool with this, right? And I just see the venom again. And it's like, what do you want from me, right? Anyway, it's clear she's unhappy in her life, and so she wants me to be miserable too. That's the only thing I can think of. But anyway, so I go back and I talked to them about like I said something. Oh yeah, and then so with the poll, so this guy says something. So I go back. Well, the first time I go back after not going there for a while, this dude in this red truck pulls up and he's got a coffee cup in one hand and a cigarette in the other, and he's yelling at me to get off the pole. Well, he's whistling at me from a distance, and I'm ignoring the whistling, right? Because I don't want to hear the whistling. So I'm like just doing my thing, and I'm plus I can't hear very well, and so I'm like, am I hearing something or not? So I'm just kind of ignoring it. Um, and next thing I know, he's like up in my face, screaming at me to get off the pole. Da da da. You don't get it. And I'm like, what? What? So he says, do you belong to the gym? And I said, no. And he said, well, then get off the pole. And I'm like, okay. So I was mad. So the next day, there's like a hill next to that where the pole is that I exercise on too. So I was exercising on that hill. I was walking up and down, and I was like, which is better because I was exercising harder. I just wasn't practicing. Well, that's not true. I was too practicing balance, just not the same, right? But anyway, so I did that the next day. Then the next day I went back and I was exercising on the hill again. And a guy comes up to me and he says, you can exercise on that pole if you want to. It is fine for you to do that. And I'm like, okay. I said, you own this land. And he said, no, but I work for the owner of this land. And it all started falling into place at that point. The guy was talking about the gym. The other guy's talking about the land. So the gym wanted me gone, not the owner of the land, is what it was. And I'm like, oh, I see. I see. I can't for free get into shape somewhere close to where your people can. Oh, you know what I mean? So I'm like, okay. So I go back the next day and I exercise on my pole and I'm good, on the telephone pole. And I'm good. I'm doing my thing and I'm, doing my core and getting, all that. And I go back the next day and there's a dead mouse on there. Dead, good, not just, and I'm like, okay. So Am I crazy? Or does that sound like somebody's telling me to, I mean, it's like, and that's the thing. Did a cat just drop that mouse there? Did, or is someone I mean, that's threatening. That's threatening. Putting a dead mouse like that to me is threatening, right? And so I'm like, okay, so now what do I do? I mean, literally, I'm exercising on a fucking pole in this town, and I have people harassing me in a parking lot. Like I wish I had videotaped the rat or mouse. It was about this big. It was a little mouse. I took its stick and hit it off. Whatever. Fucking dead mouse doesn't scare me. I mean, just I've been homeless twice. I never shot up. That was the only thing. I fucking was a junkie in the streets of Florida. You cannot threaten me with a fucking dead mouse. I am sorry it takes more than that. I'm not sorry, but it takes more than that. But I am a little worried. I'm wondering if I need to get a gun. I broke my mace the other day, so I need to get some more of that. I shouldn't be broadcasting that, I suppose. But clearly, no, so there's more to this story, though. Because I work in a little place. It's an area called Empire, right? And there's a lot of homeless people in Empire. So I was like, okay, I understand why they're chasing me away, right? But then the guy that's the maintenance guy was like, I figured he talked to them and said, she's not homeless, she's not crazy, she's just exercising because he knows where I work, right? But clearly that's not what happened. But anyway, so up the street from this gym in Empire is a business called Empire Mercantile, right? And that guy, he doesn't like me either, right? As far as I can tell. I mean, weird things happen. And so I'm wondering if they're all like, I would think that Empire business owners probably have a business owner association where they get together and chat, right? So I'm thinking, I don't know. Again, I don't want to be paranoid, but you know what I mean? I wonder if they're like, yeah, that girl in that yellow car, whatever. So then, after, in between the rat and when the guy came and yelled at me to get off the pole, he went over to his truck and I got pissed. And I got pissed. And so I walked up to him and instead of I was angry. I got that. But I went, you need to fucking chill out with a peace sign. I don't think I said fuck though. I think I just said, you need to chill out, and I did a peace sign. And he kind of backs up. And I was just like, you are fucking ridiculous. And I just left. But then, so I walked behind this alley and it's a helicopter. I, I did talk about this yesterday. This helicopter flies over my head. And it was low flying. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm sure it had nothing to do with anything. Anyway, so I don't know what to do. Like, I want to go dance on the pole, but I don't want them to think that they can chase me off like that. Fuck you. I have worked so hard in my life to get where I'm at that some stupid old fart who is probably my age, by the way, in physical years, he's the age I am. My mind is not like that old fuck's mind. Ever would my mind be like that. To be like, oh, you are exercising in public for free. My friend over here who charges people doesn't like that, so we're going to chase you off with a dead mouse. You know? I have worked the majority of my life worked for people like that. Fuck you. Okay. I'm cussing about the dead mouse. I guess I needed to get it out, and then I go back to work and I'm like, yeah, there was a dead mouse on my pole, and the glee on her face was just like, I'm like, oh man, you don't play poker. So it's hard because I went to work and this is my friend right here. You are my friend. This camera is my friend. This is it. That's all I got. This is where I talk. This is where I talk about what's happening because I have nobody else that I can trust. Period. Well, my son, but he doesn't need my shit. I said something to him and he was like, and I said, well, what do I do? He goes, well, I don't know. It depends on. And I'm like, but I'm just supposed to stop because why? What am I doing to them? I just don't. And his thing was, oh, it's dangerous for you. Fine, give me a waiver. I'll sign it. Maybe I should just take a waiver into the. You know what I'm gonna? I'm going to walk into the athletic club with a waiver and I'm going to say, I exercise on that pool over there and there seems to be an issue with the owner. So here is a waiver stating that if I hurt myself, he is not liable. And maybe then they'll leave me alone. Because that's their excuse, right? I'm guessing. That he's like, well, it's dangerous. Okay, and I'm a 58, 59-year-old woman who hitchhiked across this country. Leave me alone and let me walk on the pole. I know what dangerous is. I've been in some dangerous fucking positions. That is not dangerous. I'm just, I'm livid. Anyway, and I don't know why it's bothering me in this moment. Probably because it just happened on Saturday, and then yesterday I went and ran on the beach. Had a good time. It was fun. I played. I sat down. It's really fun. There's like a stream that comes down, and when the tide's out, it's like really low. So I sat in it and buried my legs in the sand. It was fun. I was laughing. There's people everywhere. I'm sitting there laughing to myself, burying myself in the sand. It was fun. Mm. I'm drilling my coffee. I had a really good time. I did. I was out there for 6 hours. I remembered to keep sunscreening because I don't want to burn. Plus, my skin is still fairly. Like the other day at work, this made me feel really good though. The new girl that was talking about me, I'm going to say it was my supervisor. Um, she said something. I said something about. I just rolled on myself. I said something about being 58, almost 59. She goes, "What?" And I said, yes, I'm 58, almost 59, and did it. And I was talking, I don't know, about something that happened. Probably, I don't know. Anyway, it wasn't about the poll because I quit talking about that. As soon as I said to Anne there was a dead mouse and the look on her face, I just quit talking about it, period. I need to just not talk about any of my stuff there. They're not my friends, they're not my friends. It's like, work is not, and that's the problem with some of the problem with our world, but our country especially, is that you work all the time. You're at work all the time. You're at work the majority of your life. Your awake life, right? And but you're not supposed to talk about your personal stuff. You're not like you're. That's not where you're supposed to make friends, right? That's what they say. Okay, well, so the majority of our life, we're just supposed to be a robot, is what it is, right? And I mean, back in the day when people were farming on the fields and shit like that and working together as teams, that was one thing. But we are not like that now. This is, I just am, I am Shhazzelle. Shay, the rise of dawn, artistic expressions and affirmation station in the recognition of you, baby. Okay, enough venting for the morning. It's so funny when I started this channel right after COVID hit. It was a while ago. I had decided this was what I was going to do. I was going to like talk about the things that at the time I didn't have a whole lot because I was isolated for 17 months. Which, oh my god! So I went into COVID. Although I had just moved here, and the move here was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. Moving from Montana to Oregon with 3 dogs and an 18-year-old that I never taught to step up was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. I mean, even when I was homeless, I was by myself. It was me. Like the only person I had to worry about and the only human living being I had to worry about was myself, right? Well, I mean, people that cared about me, you know, but they were too busy drinking and doing whatever it was that they did to, I think, concern themselves with me a whole lot. And that started from a super young age. Um, But moving here, I had an 18-year-old and 4 dogs and a huge house. This house is huge. I don't have time for all of it. I do. I am amazing. I can move forward. Well, and then my sister, this is another thing. She's like, oh, can I move there? And then I asked her yesterday, are you serious about this? Nothing. Fuck you too. You know? That's the thing with people. They're like, oh, you can just sit over there and wait for us to get ready for you. Fuck you. I am so tired of waiting for people all of my life. I mean, when I was a kid, I remember sitting in my room waiting for my friends to call, waiting for my boyfriend to come pick me up. I remember sitting on the side of the road waiting for somebody to come pick me up. I remember watching them drive by me. I mean, all of my life, I remember sitting on my porch when I lived in Montana, waiting for Jen to come home because we had made plans and she was late all the time. I remember waiting, 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 waiting for the phone to ring for a job, waiting for people to give a shit. And I'm tired of it. I don't want to wait for anyone anymore. I will do enough of it for myself that I do not want to wait for people. And I don't want to be a bitch to her, but fuck you. I am sick of waiting for people to think that I am important enough that they can get back to me in a timely fashion. Tired of it. I know my importance. All right. All right. Well, again, I got nothing else to talk to. What? Wow. Okay. I tired of it too. I tired of waiting for you. I tired of waiting for you. Okay, I'm sorry. All right, you guys, let's do music and I'll quit venting. I am moving forward knowing that I am the strength of 1,000 horses. I am the energy of 1,000 squirrels. I am the light of 1,000 suns. I am the warmth of 1,000 fuzzy blankets. I am shielded with tungsten and diamond shields because I am not only strength, I am beauty. Woo! That was a good one. Elizabeth, the woman I work with that could not lie to me the other day, I said something about tungsten being very strong, and she said, so are diamonds. And they're sparkly. And I'm like, well, okay, Elizabeth, I'll take that. I'm wondering, I can't see anything. Look at my belly. I'm not holding my core strong, am I? Shit. Whatever. Uh, well, not whatever. Alright. Well, then I'm trying to find another job, and I kind of feel like I've been blackballed a little bit, which I guess, you're not allowed to go crazy. You can't come back from that. Alright, come on. He's gonna get mad. In this moment, I am in my driveway. It is March 15th, 2023, and I am moving forward knowing that I am strength, that I am hope, and that I am light. I am allowing my inner child to play, as she is amazing. Amazing. Actually, they are amazing because my inner children are a mixture of everything. I probably need a better mic. Alright, I'm gonna run upstairs for just a second, top off my coffee, go potty. I'll be right back. Grab the towel for my hands. I am. I am. I am. So I have decided. Here's another thing I'm doing. My son, when I first started doing this, he just told me that there's people that keep their cameras going 24/7. So I'm moving from upstairs to downstairs. The people that are renting my downstairs apartment are going to rent the upstairs from me, which is good because there's too much room and I can't handle it. We just need to work out some, like, talk about some logistics type things. Like, right now it's trash and I'm not going to fix it for what I'm getting. I don't know. I mean, if I fix it up, I could get more money, right? And I don't have the money to fix it up, so I'm sure they're fine with it. It's fine. But once I'm downstairs, I'm just going to keep the camera running in that because it's like a bedroom and then a hallway and then my living room and studio and everything's going to be there. And I'm going to get a dumpster and I'm going to purge a bunch of stuff because I have got garbage, like borderline hoarding here. I think my sister's probably the same, so she's going to have to get rid of her shit too. Actually, I know what my sister's worse. Last time I went to see her, from floor to ceiling, she had, even on the ceiling, she had pictures everywhere. It's like, oh my god, I just was like, holy mother, how can you be organized with all this around you? I just don't, that's like my job. Like, I go in there and there's so much clutter and so much junk and so much. It's like, I get, for me, my mind does not work like that. I cannot go into a space that is just full of clutter and not be cluttered in my mind, right? It's like, I mean, I'm getting used to it, but I just don't do well with that. And right now my house is way too cluttered. Like, I need to get rid of a bunch of things and just keep the necessities. Clothes are going to be hard because I like clothes. I might have to just hold on to that. Although I don't go in, like, see, that's the thing. I like clothes, and so I have them, and so I want to dress in them, and I wear them to work, and they're like, "Where are you going?" Right here. What's the problem? They're clothes. I paid for them. Somebody like you and I made them, put their effort into making them. I am going to wear them. You know, it's just uh, anyway. I'm moving downstairs. I'm excited. I'm gonna keep my channel going 24/7 just because I'm always doing something. No, well, unless I'm sleeping or working, which is what I'm doing a lot of these days. But other than that, I'm hoping it'll keep me motivated because I really need to work. I am. I am building my turtles, and I am continuing to build my turtles, and this will allow me more time to continue, or not allow me more time, motivation. It will motivate me, right? Like, to continue, like, when I get home, instead of watching Forensic Files, which sucks, I will create, right? Which doesn't suck. So, yeah. Okay, this song. I don't know. Talking a lot. I always wonder where I live, how much echo, how much people can hear me. I can hear kids screaming and stuff down that way. But, I mean, it's Monday afternoon, so okay. I know I say this all the time. Well, I am creating a new playlist, but I don't even know what to call it. Here, let's do this one. Here we go. With Dirt and Water Collide. I like this song. Oh, I should have been playing that when I was sitting. Damn it. I was sitting right in the middle of sand and water where they were colliding. Damn. I couldn't find it. I was super distracted. There were quite a few people, but and I don't know how I look. I don't know if I look completely silly or not. I have no idea, but I don't really care. I mean, not as much. I cared more about it before than I care about it now, which is good. I will get to a point where it will not matter at all, and that is what I'm striving for, right? So that's why I'm working. And so went out to help it at the ocean yesterday. I was like, I knew this was gonna happen too. So I'm not even. I knew it was gonna happen. I was laying down, and I'm like, the tide's gonna come up on me. I know it is, right? So I'm watching, and I'm laying down, and I'm looking up and laying down. Well, one time when I laid down and went, here it comes. And I was just like, of course, that said, I was in such a perfect position to just come up, right? Which I did, so it was good. And I was just like, and as soon as I came up, I'm like, I was waiting for that. I kept watching, and as soon as I didn't watch, and that's just a lesson, right? I mean, it's a lesson that, like, it's just a lesson. So, so is the rat, the dead mouse, is that a lesson? What is that? See, that's different. That was nature. This is man. Like, I when I lived in Alaska and my husband wanted to arm me with a gun, I did not want one. And I understood because there were bears and I needed to protect myself. So I did have the gun and I did learn to use it. It was a big gun, that was a 44. I don't know why he got me such a big fucking gun. The bears are big, okay. Anyway, but my thought, and I told him this. I said, I will protect myself from the bears. I will, but I would rather be eaten by a bear than be killed by man, right? So, especially or people, some of them can be really bad. So, but now the fact that at this point in my life I am considering the fact that I should probably get myself a weapon, some kind of a weapon. I mean, I'm pretty small and agile, and I can move around and get out of tight spaces. I think. Like, I think I would be okay getting away. But I don't know. I hate that I'm even thinking about this. I never thought in my lifetime this would be where I'm at. Who's driving slow by my house? They're going to the end, right? See, at the end, I think they rent out space, but I'm going to stand on my fence and watch just in case. See, I'm nervous. Because some of the people that don't like me have access to my address. They know right where I'm at. And I got a bright yellow car. There's a couple more around town, thank God. But I mean, I'm a little worried for my safety, and it's unfortunate because I'm not a bad person. I'm not trying to hurt anybody. I'm fucking tired too. I've been running this fucking wheelchair. I hope you can see it. Well, whoever it was, they know I saw them. They looked at me through this little crack in their tinted windows. See, I mean, I want to be able to close my door. And I don't even want to feel what. Like, I don't want to feel this way. Like I said, I feel like I'm paranoid, but they do know where I live. They do know where I live. Am I being paranoid? They're probably just coming to rent. Where they got lost. It's funny because when I said stuff about being watched to my coworkers, they think I'm nuts, right? And then it's like, yeah, no one's watching me. That's why they're kicking me off of things, and no one's right. I'm just paranoid. That's how people know what's happening. I'm just like, I'm pretty sure if nobody was watching me, nobody would be commenting on what I'm doing in red pickup trucks with a cup of coffee and a cigarette, right? But that was just something driving by. I know that. Just, it does heighten my paranoia when shit like that happens with the dead mouse on vlog. Especially because our world's a mess right now. I don't think. Yeah, the truck isn't on here, is it? Well, maybe a little bit. I doubt it, though. It's just a bus pickup truck. Nothing paranoid, huh? I don't know what I could talk to that. It would be like, calm down. Honey. See, when I tell people stuff like that, they just think I'm nuts. And I'm like, okay, but you're not the one who's living it. You're not the one who, like, has found dead stuff. And, like, glass and garbage cans carved into the wall by the garbage can where I clean the word titty, not even spelled right. Titty, not Titty, because whoever wrote it does not know how to spell titty. But I mean, really strong smells in areas that I have to go, and it's like, and it's like somebody said to me, maybe they're not doing it just to you. And I'm like, okay, if they're doing it and they know that I'm the one that has to go in there, then they are doing it just to me. Well, maybe they would do it to anybody. Well, anybody's not there. I'm there. So, uh, yeah, paranoia will destroy you. That's okay, because I'm the creator of light, right? I'm the creator of light. I should put somewhere I would like it to be known. If anything ever happens to me, please check my YouTube channel. It's all documented. I've got like photographs that I've posted and things like that of the things that have happened. It's been, because I mean, it's not normal. Like, it's just not normal. I don't think some of the things that happen. I don't think it's normal behaviors. Well, look, carving a titty on the wall by the garbage can. Who does that shit? Adult men. I need days. I am breaking through the darkness into the light because I am Shhazzelle, shade that I become. I think this is questions that I am station, and I am strength. I move forward loving because I am the strength of 1,000 horses. I am the light of 1,000 suns. I am the warmth of 1,000 fuzzy blankets. I have to step over that one. I am the breath of 1,000 newborns. And in each of those breaths, I am new. I am the newness of 1,000 newborns. And I am choosing with who I share these things. Because I am particular. I am shielded with 1,000 tungsten and diamond shields in every color imaginable. Because I am the building, and I am the trees. I, I am everything. Say this with me. I am the building, I am the trees. We are one, and we are one. In this moment, I move forward, knowing these things, because I am the great Shhazzelle. You know, camera right there. Oh, all right, that's all I got. I gotta hold on to that. Otherwise, I'll go crazy. Or I am going crazy. One of the two. We'll see. I we're all crazy, huh, Odin? Say what crazy, man? You look good. You're getting a waistline. Yeah. You like the good food, huh? You're not so fond of the other food. You like the food mama make you? Yeah, you like the food mama make you? We need to start cutting back on that processed shit, all of us. We need to eat way too much sugar. And my teeth, as we know, are falling out of my head. And in our country, as we know, I do not qualify. Well, the dental I qualify for is like, oh, if you lose one more tooth, we might give you a partial back there. Fuck you. And I've been working my son's got great teeth, so I'll just, I mean, it's clear I care about myself, right? that I cannot afford to get nice, not even dentures. You know, that's another thing. It's so funny. So my boss, um, and it's funny again. Am I being paranoid or is this real? I think it's real. But anyway, she, I had said something about my. I mentioned my teeth. I don't like my teeth. They need to be fixed. I need money to fix my teeth. I need insurance or money or something to get my teeth fixed because I have been bulimic, I have been a meth addict, I have been an alcoholic, I have been all these things, and my teeth have suffered for it, right? Not to mention the fact that my family has bad teeth. So I mentioned this to her, and I said to her one time when we first started working together, I said, "Oh my gosh, you have such a nice smile," and I said, "How nice." And she was like, "Oh, it's dentures." And I was like, "Oh God, I wish I could afford dentures." And we talked about it, and I've talked about it, I've talked about it. So when I started dating Mark and started feeling like I was getting happier, which I am grateful for him. I would like to send him a letter and tell him how grateful I am for him because I learned so much from that. I learned so much from that. And I do love him. We're just not right for each other. There's no way. He would not be able to give me the kind of attention that I want. He told me in the very beginning if I wanted to be treated like a princess, he was not my guy, and he was right. I and I do. So anyway, but I will treat you like a king. So anyway, beside the point. So I had mentioned to her that my teeth were bothering me, and then when I started seeing Mark, well, she started quit wearing her mask, right? And I'm like, but only like around me, right? I noticed it. I mean, I noticed it. I knew what was going on. I'm not. That's the thing. Again, she couldn't play poker. I mean, I can read the way that she can play poker. No way. She's so readable, right? And so I was like, okay, so I just quit wearing my mask. If we're gonna quit wearing our masks, I'm fine with that. I realize that my teeth are bad. I know that my speech is impeded because of the fact that my teeth, the ones I have, I used to when I was. That's so funny. And I knew when I was doing it, but when I was really strung out on meth, I had like three really bad, well, more than that, but three super bad meth years where, like, I did it all the time, every day. I got down to 98 pounds. I mean, I was just. But at night, when I was trying to sleep, I would suck on lifesavers with both cheeks, right? But my teeth would hold them in. Well, yeah, those teeth, lifesavers at night, right there. So, yeah. So that's part of what happened. Then, of course, bulimia, which I'm still battling. Well, not battling, but there are times. I've been doing a lot better, though. You can tell I've gained a pound. But that's okay. I would rather gain the weight and work it off. Because I am Shhazzelle. The funny thing about bulimia, and a lot of people don't understand this, I think, is that they think you have to be skinny, and I was worse with bulimia when I was heavier than I am now, right? Like, well, that's not true. That's not true, actually. It's always been depending on what's been going on in my life, what kind of control I've had over what's been happening, and which there is no control. I think that's what happened. I'm giving a radical acceptance. I got control over this, my strength. That's it, and that does not make me strong. So, strength. You have control over the strength of your body and the strength of your mind. The rest of it, we hope the law of attraction works. We will see. So they must be renting that place down there because another car just drove by. I wonder how long they rent it for. The last people they used to come down, because I mean I'm out here. All right, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. What do I have? Okay. I just remembered I totally have to weed eat today too. Shit. That's okay though. Takes about an hour. I have to. I don't have a choice in this. Jason's back. Yeah. I gotta go up and get my coffee. What? Don't let those days go by. Good and easy on you. Wrong word. Don't let those days go by. Good and easy on you. Could have changed if I wanted to. Alright, I left my coffee upstairs. Let's go get coffee. In this moment, I will not ruin this moment with the next moment. I am consciousness. I am conscious. I am moving through this moment as it is this moment. This moment is the only moment. This moment. Move forward knowing you are everything, my friend. You are the buildings. You are the trees. You are the very breath of life. Yeah, you dog. I'm dog. Alright. Coffee! Yep. 24/7, baby. I am an asset. I am an asset. I know this to be true. You need sugar. Oh no, they still have food. Okay. I was thinking my hummingbirds are out of food, but they're still good for a bit. They could use fresh food, but they still got food. I can get sugar at work tomorrow for free. This is what I will do. So I can pay for it right now. On a budget. I gotta make sure you guys are eating. You gotta eat. Of course, you could use we all need to just wrap up what we're eating. Not eat as much. Eat healthier. Sorry, eat healthy. Kind of. Traffic jam when you're already late. I know smoke sign on your cigarette. Oh, that was bad. Practice. I think I mean, I don't. I've got to listen to this. And then meeting his beautiful wife. I mean, I hear people that can sing, and I know that I don't sing like people, right? But for me, I am singing, right? Like I am, because that's another thing. I didn't realize how many people in my childhood stifled my singing. You know, from a very early age, I was shut down like probably about 4, maybe 5. I remember an incident that when I was singing, and it was me and my sister, and they were like, "Oh, Shauna, you're such a good singer," and I was singing too. I remember that. And I know, I mean, it's funny because when kids are, it's not an intentional thing, right? When we're kids, I mean, I don't know. Oh, there had to have been a lot more to it than that. Well, I know there was. There had to have been. What do you mean? There was. It was so much deeper than just that. But I remember that. And then I didn't realize this, but my boyfriend used to change the radio station if I would start singing. I didn't know until later that's what was happening. Well, kind of boyfriend, the guy that I drove around with in a car and other things. I remember one time, I was maybe 13. I think he was 18. Pretty sure he was older. He had a car, and anyway, I I went over to. I was trying to get away from my house because my sister's boy. Oh God, that's right. This is my sister's boyfriend and his friend were bikers, and they were chasing me around the house. She was having a party, and I was hiding in a closet. And I remember somehow I got a hold of Don, and he said I could come over. I went over there, and he gave me this wine. We drank this bottle of homemade wine, and he took me in the back seat of his car, and I threw up all over him. He was wearing all white. His car seats were white, and it was purple. Oh my God, I forgot about that. He was pissed. People were like, eh, and I'm like, I mean, Jesus, I was trying to escape from these two. God, I don't know how old they were. They had Harleys, and they were, what was their? They had the jackets with, what was it? They weren't with the Hells Angels, but they were an offshoot, and I can't think of what it was. But anyway, they were rough dudes. They were. My sister did some shit for those guys. I mean, it wasn't pretty, right? And so, um, yeah, fuck. I hope she's not too messed up to move here. Anyway, he deserved to be puked all over. That's all I have to say about that. Now that I look back on it, I'm glad I puked on him. Hey, Dawn, how's that purple car seat? That's funny. I was like 12, maybe 13, not very old. 12 or 13. Couldn't have been more than that. Yeah, every day. Every day it's happening. And fucking people are just like, yeah, we're fine. Let's have more babies. Let's make them have more babies. What, overpopulate? I don't know. They're trying to do something. Oh, here comes Donnie and Miss Doom and Gloom. Oh my God, we're gonna have a civil war. I love all these people that live inside of me. They're so fun. I get let's get down to the beach. And I get, let's go buy a gun. uh, we're a fun group, aren't we? Yeah, baby. Okay. Okay, we're just going in circles. I'm getting dizzy. Stop. Ah! Okay, hold on. I'm dizzy as hell, buddy. Ah. Okay. Rah. 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 weed eat, go to UPS, swing by the bank, Walmart. I have to go to Walmart. I have to go to Walmart. I have to return this shit. I stupidly, like, I get this dog bark collar and I get this baby gate so that when Mark comes over, I can try to contain my dogs, right? And both the dog collar was on me, that I get, but the baby gate was on him, and I'm just like, no. Well, not really. Well, it doesn't even matter. I just have to return those things to Walmart, and they keep putting it off. And I don't want to go in the afternoon, but I'm gonna go. Maybe I'll go when I get off work at UPS. It'll be late, but whatever. And, I don't want to go. I don't know. I'm like procrastinating, and it's like $50. I need that. So I got a little bit more time, I think. I could go on Saturday, because Saturday I don't work at UPS. I can go Saturday morning before I take the dogs out. I like having my Sundays and Mondays like to myself. I mean, I know I have to do stuff, but I mean, if I didn't have to work, I think it'd be easier. So 2 hours, 3 hours, I have to work on my Sunday off. It's okay though. I move forward, really, but I am moving through this. Here's where I get. This is where I start getting like mopey and boohoo. Is that, although let me rephrase that. Like all my life, I've been thinking that it's going to change, that it's going to get better, right? That I'm not going to have to work this hard and work this much, and that it's. And if I do, because I don't mind working, it's not working that is the problem. It is working for things and people that don't give a shit, right? That is the problem. Like I want to work and receive what I am worth in respect as well as monetary gains. And I'm getting neither of those. And so, and I've always wanted that. The difference, though, now that I think about it, the difference is I don't think before I felt like I deserved it. I wanted it, but I didn't think I deserved it. Now I know my worth. I know I deserve it. I know what I give. I know my value. I know that I'm an asset, right? I know these things. So there's the difference, I guess. So when I sit here and be like, oh, I've been waiting forever, but I haven't been in this place, right? So I need to remember that, and just be like, okay. I still have 30 good years left. I'm going to keep saying that when I'm 100. I have 30 good years left. When I'm 130, I have 30 good years left. Let's see how far I can make it. Which means I need to quit eating sugar, that's for sure. Quit eating sugar. I don't know. Documenting either going insane or becoming healthy. We'll see. I think healthy. 11. I think it's gonna get hot today. Do you want to play for one more hour? I'll play for another hour because I didn't play with you yesterday. I'm sorry, I'm not playing with you, really. Well, I'm trying. Alright, let's play some different music. And then I'm gonna leave today. Should, but let's go. I love the feeling of this song. It's for like, I don't know what the word is for it. It's like stealth. Is that the word? Stealth? Is that a word? I think. I don't know. By the way, it's called unknown. Bye. You'll probably get flagged. I get flagged. Crossfade. CROSS fade. Believe for me. I haven't found that. Will you bleed for me? You would bleed for me. They would bleed for me. I know they would. Well, I don't know about you. Oh, what happened? What happened? Where did you get food from? Whole pieces of food. Pieces of stuff. And now you're eating them. Have you been holding those in your cheek? I'm sorry. Did I laugh at you? I'm sorry. Did you hold food in your cheek? You're a weirdo. My dog just like spit out two whole pieces of food and then ate them, but we've been out here and there's no food out here. So I'm like, where's the food been? Because it was kind of not super slimy though. It's like he had it in his cheek or something. I'm gonna go to the ladies' potty, whatever. Be right back. Oh, I have two coffee. I have 2 cups of coffee. I forgot. My friend at work made me this one. Her husband did. I think you can see me. I don't know where I'm at on the camera. Alright. Yeah. Only one of them's warm though. Not this one. The cold one. That's funny. Ah, yeah, man. Okay, okay. I need to go upstairs for a second. Oh my gosh. When I move downstairs, there will be a camera set up. So and out here, I won't have to like walk. Although the stairs are good exercise, so I'm gonna have to like do the steps or something. I'm not gonna core baby. I should count how many of them I take a day, and then so I can make up for it. How many are there? Just how many times I broke them down. Alright. I have to do that tomorrow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14. typically put the big stuff up there. I mean, so we've got coffee, groceries, just everything that I need to do downstairs. Oh, yeah. Oh, is it open? I am. 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 I was just thinking I cut my hair today. Because I cut my hair because I'm not going to pay somebody to cut my hair because I know how to cut my own hair. So, and they never do as good of a job. Or they've messed up as many times and I've paid them as I've messed up when I haven't paid them. So, but I was just thinking about, because like I think it looks good today. And I'm like hoping tomorrow that there's like a chunk where it doesn't look so good because it will make it better and they won't be as mean to me. Because I know that that's another thing. I've heard her say stuff about my. I just it's like she doesn't. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's just hard. I'm a tungsten shell. I'm a tungsten and diamond shell. I am a tungsten. I thought about that. I was making the when I was doing Shhazzelle on the wall upstairs. I had a little fairy like with wings, and she was her body, the way her body was. That will be my tungsten. That is a tungsten and diamond body shield that she was wearing. So I'm gonna have to. I've got her. I need to pull her out. The unfortunate thing was, is I kept trying to fix her, and I ripped the fabric right there, which is why I quit working on it. Like I ripped it right there. So I stopped. There's some good parts of it though that I need to cut out and maybe frame. Oh, I could maybe do that because I could put them. Oh, I know. I need to get some work at Bahama Butts, so I can actually just cut them out and kind of fray the edges, and just sell them as a $20, $30 piece of fabric that you could do with what you want, right? Huh, I will do that. I have a really the octopus looks really cool, so I just need to figure out what pieces to should do that quick. Summer. How can I frame something like that that it would be? I know. I have like these sticks. Maybe I could just crisscross them and kind of dye them and like glue it to the edges so it would be natural. That would work. That would work. And I know where they're at. I'm pretty sure that I can find them. Okay, here we go. I will try that. I will take that one in. It's black light. I've got a black light, so I can tell her that she can use my black light because my work is black light. Okay, I gotta get. I am. Not I gotta. I am. I've got all day today. So I can do this tomorrow morning with I'm going to go see my son tomorrow morning because it's his birthday. So I'm going to stop in there and bring him something. I don't know what. Brownies? He doesn't like cake. And then I will drop it off and he can hang it for me. So I need to put some black light on it. Okay, today's going to be a busy day. But I will be recording most of it, except for the time when I am weed eating and going to UPS and the bank. Where else do I have to go? I'm not going to Walmart. Return that stuff. I'm not doing that. It's hard for me to go sometimes to places just because the energy is out there is just. I feel it. I feel it a lot. I think everybody does. I think that's why everybody's off. I just don't think people are recognizing what's happening, and it's unfortunate because it's so fucking obvious. Quit shopping at Amazon. You know what I mean? Quit. Like I am quitting shopping at Amazon, right? I don't want to shop at Walmart anymore. Right now I don't have a choice. I need to. I am. Not I need. I am becoming. I am sustaining myself. I am sustaining myself. Anyway, that was dawning again. For those of you who don't know, there is Donnie. That is my doom and gloom girl. And actually, she's the one that went to college and raised the child and bought the two houses and bought the cars and took child to Japan, took child to Mexico, and took child to Yellowstone, and took child to San Diego, and took child to the coast, and moved child to the coast. So that's Donnie. She's done all that. Went back to college later in life, worked two jobs, graduated with honors. Yeah. 3.78 while working two jobs, raising child alone, losing house to fire. All in that time, losing house to fire, emergency appendectomy for the son, emergency kidney stone removal for me. All of that happened while I was working two jobs, going to college, raising a child, and I got a 3.78 GPA. And then I come here and fall apart, and everybody's like, she's just a stoner. It's like, well, yeah, I did get sober though. I didn't smoke pot or anything for 15 years when I did all of those things, but I was angry, right? I was going through life pissed off. I mean, it was good that the anger motivated me then, but I don't want it anymore. And I didn't realize, like, my being angry like that affected my son a lot, and I didn't recognize that. I didn't even recognize, I don't even know. I was autopilot. I don't remember much about any of that, graduating, any of it. I was just like, and I was sober and not smoking pot, right? I was just on autopilot. And apparently, autopilot is pissed off. So, I remember one time, the dog, what did he do? One of my dogs, I think Soleil might have gone after Odin when they were puppies or something. But I was so mad that I took a hammer to a bar stool and I beat it. And in front of my son, right? I mean, I was so mad at something that a dog did that was really inconsequential that I beat a bar stool with a hammer in front of my child. You know? I mean, I didn't beat my child, thank God. You know? It's it's the amount of anger that's there and that people are living with every day, and nobody's recognizing it. And I feel it all over. I feel it everywhere, all over where I go. I feel it, and it's like I don't want to live like that anymore. So how do I shield myself with tungsten and diamonds? That's how. And talk it out, and talk it out, and talk it out to my camera. And just move forward knowing that I am Shhazzelle, Shay, the rising dawn. I have come from the gutters. I have come from living in bushes. I have come from close to selling my body. Well, no, I did. Fuck it. I sold my body. Yeah, I did. Most women do. One way or another. And I didn't say all. So, okay, I won't even say most. I'll say a lot. And so what? So what? You know? I, you got steps on you. Yeah, that is true. I mean, so what? It's like, see, and that's the thing. I think that's the thing. Like, none of us knows each other's story. Like, I don't know what this person went through that he has decided to target me for some stupid reason. But I don't know what that man has been through in his life. So I don't want to judge him for being that person, right? So I tried not to. Like, I tried to say, well, I understand. He could have thought I was homeless, blah, 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 whatever. Okay, that's cool. But the whole dead mouse thing, like, I don't want to judge that, but how do you process that? Like, I mean, I can, well, I'm going to process it. Like, I'm going to go dance on the pole. And if they don't shoot me, if they shoot me, it's documented on YouTube. I'll, I'll tell someone that. I'll tell my son that tomorrow. I don't know. Like, I don't want to risk myself because of him, but it's me walking on a pole, you know? I mean, when does it stop then? Because these are people that think they have a right to control me. I know it's the same thing with abortions. I understand, but this is walking on a pole. What? Like, I'm gonna record it. I'm gonna start recording every single time I go there because then if something happens, it's recorded. You know. So, because I'm like, I am allowed to get strong. I am allowed to use what I have at my disposal to gain that strength, right? And I'm just waiting. Well, no, I'm not. I don't think I'm going to do it for a whole lot longer because I don't want them to be right. I don't want to fall and hurt myself because it is risky, but I am getting more balanced. The thing is I feel like they're going to sabotage it somehow. Like there's a certain spot I stand. I was looking to make sure that they didn't saw the bottom of it. Because there's one part that, oh, yeah, I'm just not going to stand on that part anymore. You know what I mean? But I'm not. Like I'm not so sure. Well, they'll probably move it. It'll probably be gone. I'm expecting because they moved it. I feel like, and I wasn't sure about it for sure, but it was in one spot where it wasn't moving at all when I was standing on it, and so I was able to just bounce on it really easily. And then they moved it down just a little bit so that it rocked, right? And I was like, oh, cool, now it's rocking, right? And so I mean, in hindsight, I'm sure they did that too, thinking that would stop me. I can't wrap my mind around this. Like, this is where we're at. This is where I'm at. I am a 58, almost 59-year-old woman living on the coast of Oregon. I have raised a child. I have hitchhiked across this country. I have been homeless in Florida, homeless in California, pretty much homeless in Colorado, but I hitchhiked from Colorado to Florida. And that was only for a day. I was like sitting on a rock going, fuck, I don't want to be here. I was working for a door to door sales company. I remember that. I was sitting out on a rock in the middle of this big, huge field, looking at the mountains, going, what am I doing? What am I doing? Uh, and so I went back to the hotel that night and I told Dean Theodore George that I was leaving. And he said, well, I will leave with you. And so we cashed out our money, which wasn't much. It was enough to get us to Florida. We hitchhiked to Florida. We slept on the side of the road in the bushes underneath some bridges. One night he was like, I'm so tired. I was up all night keeping the mosquitoes off of you. I was like, oh, thanks. And then, of course, when we got there, I went to work stripping so that we could survive. So, and he sold newspapers on the side of the road. That was funny. We slept on the beach a couple nights until I got ballsy enough to go get a job. I didn't want to strip, I didn't want to strip, but I'm like, okay, well, I guess that's what I'll do. I need to eat. Yeah, I remember that. You made it though. Well, I did. I don't know how he is. I'm still here. That was a trip. That was a trip. I'm so excited to move downstairs. I'm a little worried that it might be a little too dark for me, so I'm gonna have to do something about the lighting. I'm gonna have to make sure there's a lot of light down there, I think. Just in this room. Although both my son and the person that's down here keep those curtains closed. I will not keep the side curtains closed down there. I'll keep them wide open. I'm not worried about like anyone seeing it or anything. Well, I'm gonna have a camera going 24/7, so I don't give a shit if anyone sees it. Clearly, seeing. Well, yeah. Yeah, that's funny too, because when I went, I did when I yesterday, and I shouldn't have probably done this, but I was pissed. I went to the parking lot of the gym, and I get out of my car, and I'm holding my camera, and I'm like, ah, this is them, and that is the pole. And I was kind of being belligerent a little bit. So who would that be? That would have been Elm Charlie. That was Elm Charlie. They're like, those are my little kids. When they come out, it's all over. I cannot control. I can see it happening, and I can't stop it. Right? It's like no, but they just come out, and there they go. They're like little Tasmanians running around, and I'm just like, stop. I remember, oh my God, it was so funny. The other day I was at work and this guy came up, and I don't know why we were talking about like karma or something. I don't know. It was a really light conversation. And I said, yeah, I told someone the other day that I've been going through my life like Godzilla. And I said, I looked at him and I said, no. And he said, well, maybe you're supposed to be Godzilla. And I looked at him and I said, no. And this guy so understood it. Like I could see it in him. He just totally knew what I was talking about and started laughing. And I'm like, I know, right? And he was just like, I don't know. It was so funny. I was just like, I don't know. Maybe it was a psychologist or psychiatrist or something, because it was funny the way he totally, I could just see he knew just what I meant. I was just like, I know. It was funny. He had to have been in some kind of that field. I think that was the feeling I got from him. I think. No, it was weird. He seemed really nice, genuinely nice. Not like, because here's another thing, and I know that this happens, and I know that this happens because it's weird, but I know that it happens. The area, I think, this is what I think. I think that I think that there's probably prostitution going on in the area where I walk, where I work, because there's a high homeless population there, and that is what people do to eat. And I understand that, and obviously I'm not judging that at all, because pot, meat, kettle, right? We're not going to do that, but anyway. But I think that what happens is that men see me walking in that area, and they are attracted to me, and then they follow me, and they come into the candy store. And I know this happens, and I've seen it happen, and I've seen guys watching me out the window. I've seen the old men that come in. I've seen it happening, right? And so has someone else, and it bothers them. And I am sorry, but I'm not sorry, because you make the choice to sit on your ass on your break. If you made another choice, maybe they would follow you in too. You know, it's not like, I don't know. And I don't really care. It's like, it's kind of weird. But I didn't realize though until just now, because I was thinking about it. I was like, why are all these old men over there anyway? Was what I was just thinking in my head, right? And then it clicked, and I'm like, oh, I see what's going on. Ah, understood. That makes sense. Now I see. Because there's a cemetery that I drive by every single day, and whenever I drive by there, I used to get really confused, right? I would get right to that part of the road, and my brain would just, and I would be like, and I'm like, what is happening? Why right here is my brain exploding, right? And then the other day, it was a couple weeks ago, I drove by and realized there was a cemetery there. And I'm like, oh, makes sense. Then I started really thinking about it. And it occurred to me that all these men that are running around in this town used to have wives. Where do you think they're buried? Right? I'm like, oh, that makes so much more sense. I will stand up for you ladies. I'm sorry what you went through if you were with these people that put dead mice on logs and broken glass in bags that they know other people are going to be handling with no heads up at all. Chemicals that will knock you out in small spaces, knowing you have to go in there with not a care in the world of who you are. They just don't like you. They just don't like you, so they're going to do that to you. That's what they do. It's like those women buried over there, they were married to those men. I understand the confusion of that cemetery. They're like, wait a minute, we didn't get our chance. We're not done yet. I should be like, go in there, all aboard. That's funny. Ah, I cannot channel spirits. That was a joke. Maybe. I wonder if I can. I might kind of try to scrap a piece together with a couple of the pieces, maybe I don't know, make it look quilty or something. I mean, it's space, so it could be different. Oh, I could do any time for what I'm thinking. I was thinking of making it like 3D maybe, but I don't. I think I could do that on cardboard and glue it on there and just have it. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm trying to think of. Are you done? No. Okay. Because I have to go take care of it. I'm just working through my shit right now on camera. That's all I got. And you know what? It's the one thing. If anyone turns on me, I can just block you. I never have to see you again, or hear from you again, or know you again. Go in and see faces. Try to fight off your daggers at my tungsten and diamond shield, because I am Shhazzelle, Shay, the Rise of Dawn. Alright, I'm gonna go eat. I'm never gonna get it done. What time is it? Oh, damn. That's good. Huh? Still early. Alright, I'm gonna go eat. I'll be back for the camera in a sec. I'm gonna grab my weed eater. Am I still recording? I think so. Alright, come on. Let's go. What are you doing? Oh, wait. I'm gonna grab the weed eater. Walter, really? Alright, a little bit. Did I take my coffee up? I did, of course. I was hit by purple rain. Oh, come on, Joe. You can always change your name. Takes a lot of time to get us to say. Venture highway in the sunshine. Where the days are longer, nights are stronger than moonshine. You're gonna go, I know. Go, 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 go. I love it. It's not me. It's going through your hair. And the days surround your daylight there. Seasons cry, alligator lizards in the air. Okay. I love singing. It doesn't feel like me. I love it. I'm like a whole other person. I love it. I think it's Shay Samantha. That's definitely Samantha, no doubt. Samantha is my girl, baby. She would have been the actress without a doubt. She's an artist, but a different kind of artist. Samantha is the one who likes attention. Huh. Yeah. Oh, that feels good. Stretching. I have to go eat, so I'm going to go do that. And then I will. I don't think it'll. I think I'll probably work on something that I can sell. Like I'm going to work on some art, so I will go ahead and start back at my camera again for a couple hours before I go out to go to work. And I might just leave the camera up. I mean, I'm going to do it anyway, so I might as well just leave it running. Might be nothing going on, but whatever. Dogs. Nah, I don't want to do that yet. I'm gonna, like, I want to write that if that's what's happening. That this is my 24-hour day camera into my living room. Here we are, baby. You can see the crazy. Oh my god, the dogs when I get home. This is gonna be good. Everyone can see the chorus. Yeah, baby. It's funny. This one howls. That one tries to bark. He's weird. Arf, arf. It's funny. I don't know. I'm not feeling so strong. Yeah, I hurt this side of my body when she. Well, I heard it before. I hurt my shoulder before, and then when that happened and I got jerked, I hurt it again, and then I hurt my hip. So I'm trying to. Work on it, you know? I don't have icky tips. Yeah, that would be fun, huh? Ah. Alright, I gotta go eat. That's it. I gotta go eat. I gotta get this done. Take the camera up. Alright. Close. Closing. Closing for a minute. I don't know what to say. Oh wait, I gotta unplug it too. I don't really need to plug it either. Whoa. There we go. Okay. Alright, everyone, let's go. Come on, I gotta go eat. Okay. Okay. Alright. Now, let's see. I'm just gonna leave it running. I don't care. Let's see. Oh wow, what did I do? I got weird shit going on. Oh, what did I do? That's alright though. As long as there we go. I think it's so good because there's my dog. Oh my god, look at my floor. Isn't that horrible? That's the thing with the renters. It's like over here, it's padding. There's what's underneath the padding, that like foamy stuff, and I painted over it with garage paint, which is okay, but it's still. Oh no, it doesn't. Actually, once it dries, it doesn't scratch that bad. So I could paint over the whole thing with that gray, which I will do. But I have to remove all this stuff over here. So I need a dumpster to get rid of stuff. I've painted the walls. Come on. Everyone in? Yeah. I've painted the walls already. I'm doing the. Whoops. Uh, so they used to be like this brown, which I'll show in a minute. Well, I don't even know that you can really see. Alright. Can you see that white there? Probably, because there's the light. That is what I've done to, and it's like this brown stuff over here. Oh, I just moved the camera really fast. Looks like that brown stuff there. So I've taken it and painted over it. So I need to finish back. You can see in the corner where. So I need to finish that back there. I need to finish the wall behind me. I am. Anyway, I'm going to be recording it all. Because why not? I don't feel so alone. I know it's just me and the camera, but whatever. Okay, let me turn it around. There we go. I do a lot of stuff, so I mean, I'm working on the turtles. Let me. Hold on. I gotta read it. Here's one turtle. Okay. There's one baby turtle. Oh, his eyes are alright. Cool. It's all about the eyes. I want to get like oh, right there. Anyway, there's one turtle. I want to try to get emotion in their eyes. You know what I mean? So I like him. He's all fat. But anyway, and then I just need to put a shell on this one, is it? And he's pretty much, and paint him, you know? So, and then I've got this guy. Hold on. I gotta go. Keep saying that. He needs a shell too. And that's just about his eyes are. I need to, whoops, right there. So I got this dude. I need to clear off so that his eyes are. I don't know. I need to do something with his eyes. But he's like, you know, kind of. So I think I'm going to need him hanging probably like that. You know what I mean? Because that's what he's doing. He's heading that way. So, like, he got heavy. I'm still going to put a shell on it. Bam. He, she, it, they. Anyway, I'm doing those. So if I've got the camera running, maybe I will get more motivated because I need to get this stuff done, right? I mean, it's not. I can sell these. They're not just one of the dudes at UPS is so funny, and I am purposefully gonna say, see, that's the thing. Maybe I'm antagonistic. The other day, I was talking to Candace, and I was talking about the turtles, and I was like, "Yeah, I would like to have more time for them. I'm good at making turtles." And he started laughing, and the look on his face is really like mean. I mean, you read it. You can read people's faces, right? And I'm just like, and so I said, yeah, he's over here laughing, and he starts like really, I mean, you can really see it. And every time he's there, that I'm there, like I will clean the bathroom, right? And then I will be out doing stuff, and he will show up, and he will go into the bathroom. And when he comes out of the bathroom, there's toilet paper every time. So he knows, I know that it's him doing it, right? But every single time there will be toilet paper. Like if you go in, there's toilet, and there's about this much space between like the wall and the toilet, and there's the scrubby and the plunger, and there will be a wad of toilet paper back in there. And I'm just like, so what kind of pleasure do you derive from throwing toilet paper between that spot, knowing that not only are you making someone else clean it up, but you're making a 58-year-old woman who has probably outworked you in her lifetime. That's probably why he does it. You know what I mean? Because I mean, clearly he is threatened by me for some reason. I have never even I've barely talked to the man, right? But anyway, so he was kind of laughing. It was kind of, and I was like, oh, he's laughing, and that was my only comment. And then I thought about it, and if I see him doing it again, I'm just gonna say it makes me happy to see you happy, and just leave it at that. Because I'm glad I caused him. I'm glad that I give him reason to feel pleasure. It's clear he's lacking that in his life. So, oh my gosh, my plants look like they need to be watered bad. All right, maybe I'll do that first before I weed eat, because I can see one of them is sagging. All right, and this. So I'm gonna downstairs. It'll be easier too because it's just one room, so I can have the camera at the end of the room, and you'll be able to pretty much see the room, I think. Because my son had one down there, and you can pretty much see the room, so I won't have to worry about trying to figure out which way to go. Okay. Hi. Because what am I? Oh, I'm watering plants. Yeah. Okay. So I'll just play with the dogs. I don't know. Whatever. I'll turn it off for now. Oh well. I don't fucking know. Come here. Okay. Let's see. Turtles. I wonder if you put it down there. Let me see. Let me try this. Okay. I do need. Hold on. Carts before horse. I'm good at that. Cart before horse, baby. I need to get my horse first. What? She wants treats. I need a second. I have to water plants, and then I have to weed eat, and then I'll shut down while I weed eat. I'm gonna water plants, and then I'm gonna weed eat, and then I'm gonna come back and work on. Where is my? I have to find. I don't even know what I did with my tapestry that I was working on. I need to figure out where I put it. Once I find it, I'm going to Temperance. I know you want treats. I have no idea where these flowers showed up from either. They were just sitting out there. I think that my renters might have grabbed them and forgot about them, but just a second, Temperance. Let me water the plants. Okay. Oh, sorry. Has it been a minute? These two downstairs. I'm gonna take all because I'm just gonna have two rooms. So I'm gonna have all my plants, in two windows. I'm not even gonna worry about curtains. I'm just gonna put my plants there. Ah, it's spilling everywhere. Ooh. Oh, it's all spilling. Oh, okay, so that's those three plants, right? Are you good? Are you good? Okay, so I'm gonna shut down because I'm gonna go eat. I'm not gonna keep it running right now. I will once I get downstairs. But I will turn back on in a few minutes when I find Shhazzelle. All right, bye. Bye. All right. Okay, stop.